Now, on this one ride, it was my turn. I was going down that hill, and I could tell I have overshot the speed. And the way I could tell is because the slipper I was stopping the bike with was getting very hot, and it was tearing. Now, I was almost down there, and I had to make a decision. I either was going to make a corner and bang into the moti that was parked right after the corner, or I was going to go into someone's bedroom through the window, or I was going to just stop the bike with the road curb. So I went with option number 3. Hit the curb I did, flew into the air, and I can tell you it was a long minute. But when I landed, my elbow was up here. By the time Waswa's mom was coming, I was in excruciating pain. I can tell you I've not felt pain like that. So she rushed me to a pretty decent private hospital. I was taken to MPJohn hospital. And when they looked at it, they said I needed to go to theater. But I needed a down payment of 12,000 Kenya shillings. Now, this is a big decision. And my dad had to be called. So he was at work somewhere in Roysambu, and they made the call, and he came on the line. And he spoke to Waswa's mom for a minute. And he said, get Kiarie on the phone. So I came on the phone. And all he said, this good old man, was, when were you supposed to come back home? And I said, yesterday, Sunday. When is today? Monday. Give the phone back to Waswa's mom. The phone was given back, and he said, let's meet at K&H. Kenyatta National Hospital was the punishment for being foolish. And I went to K&H, and I was there for a minute, and they did this operation where they went in and put some metal rods to bring back it was multiple fracture and a dislocation. They put 3 rods all the way up the humerus, almost to the elbow. And they stitched it up and then wrapped it up, and I went back to school. But these rods had to be removed a few weeks later. And when I went back, because I took myself back to Kenyatta National Hospital, I went and found Dr. Kiarie ready for me. So I was wheeled into theater, and just about the moment they were just about to put me under, Dr. Kiarie announced, rather dramatically, that I don't have consent from my parents to get anesthesia. But he had a solution. He said to me, if you could stand the fracture that you had, you can stand any pain in the world. So option 1 was for me to just wait for another day, another theater day. This was 1993, and there were so many people coming from the Rift Valley because of the post-election tribal clashes, and the theater was fully booked for many weeks. Option 2 was to chomoa the wires rife. I decided to go dry fry. So I held out the hand for Dr. Kiarie, and he removed 2 wires. Guys, let me tell you, there's no way of explaining it. But suffice it to say that any moment they touched any of those rods, I felt it up my arm through the humerus, onto my shoulder, into my entire body, soul and spirit. I could feel it. Pain untold. So he pulled out 2 of them, and I was just about to walk out of theater when I said to him, I thought there were 3. This is a whole orthopedic doctor. So he was offended. And he asked, who is the doctor here? Am I the doctor or are you the doctor? And we both agreed he's the doctor. But he decided to take up the x-ray sheet and put it on the light box. And true, there were 3 wires. So don't imagine the madarao that the 3rd wire was removed with. But it was removed. So they stitched back the hand, they wrapped it up, and I went back